Good morning, AO Tribe. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Check it out. I have on my shamrock shirt, so all good. I'm not going to get pinched today. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Shelley. I own a fire protection company in Ventura, California, and happy to be here to answer questions for this mentor session. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. First question is from Ari Brown. Hi, Ari. I'm glad your cake party with that crazy blue cake turned out well. Question: how do you fire a client when your only basis is that they're difficult and not willing to change? In her background of the question, she is a CPA, was hired to clean up a customer's QuickBooks, and they insisted on doing it themselves going forward after the cleanup, and they undid the entire cleanup. And it's like talking to a brick wall when you try to explain anything to them about QuickBooks or any accounting concepts. Mine and my bookkeeper's fear is that because she's local, she posts like some negative review when she's the one that screwed up everything we did, if we let them go and don't just fix it again for free. Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in for sure. Um, I see the note. Hi, honey. Thank you for all your help all the time. Um, Ari, so my I would have some questions for you on this. Do you know the owner of that company, or is this bookkeeper the owner of the company? If it were me and if I knew the owner, I would have a conversation with that owner because of the wasted expense that's happening. Um, if I were an owner who had hired you to clean up my books and my employee was then undoing everything, I would want to know. So then on another level, I was thinking, what if you did training videos for that person and just kind of talk them through every single transaction or problem that you're having with them and explain why it has to be done that way. A lot of people will change if they know why it's necessary rather than just, oh, you got to do it like this and this and this. And it's easy for us, people who work with QuickBooks all the time, to take for granted that other people don't always see that when you do a transaction in one area, it affects another area. And so maybe going through that might help. Um, if you if you want to fire them, that's the risk you take. Anybody can put a negative review on anything, but I believe you can also rebuttal those negative reviews. So I wouldn't be held hostage by the fact that they could post a negative review because they could do it anyway. And your time is money, and having to redo all this stuff is a significant loss of time, money, and energy, and everything else. So those are a few thoughts I had on that. The next question is from Heather Brockman, and Heather asks, which is better for onboarding training, a private YouTube channel or Trainual? I'm in the process of redoing my onboarding and want to add training videos for all aspects of the SOP. I didn't know if a private YouTube channel would be better or something more detailed such as Trainual would be better suited for a company wanting to get to a franchise level. They offer high-end holistic grooming experiences for busy pet owners whose animals are part of the family. I've thought about this, Heather, and actually, I'm not so sure that it really matters which way you want to go with that. My question would be does YouTube charge you for having that private YouTube channel? The thing about Trainual is you can upload not only your video trainings, but also documents. And I don't think that's an option with YouTube unless you are able to upload them into the comment section at the bottom. I'm not real sure. If it were me, I would actually do both. If I really like having a YouTube channel and it's easy to pull up and easy to tell your groomers, hey, go look at the YouTube channel instead of logging into Trainual and getting that information and all that. Like, is there a problem with doing both? Um, that would be my question about that. But Trainual, oh, another point too is Trainual has pretty good customer service. I don't know if YouTube has any kind of a customer service if you're having problems with uploading or your documents aren't coming up right, but Trainual at least has that available to you. Okay, next question is Gabs. Hi Gabs, I hope you're doing well over there. Um, what are some quick wins I can implement to increase our bottom line profitability? And how should I go about doing this in the long term? His background is throughout the past 2 years, I've been focused on growing our top line revenue. And this year, we're on track to hit 1 million in sales. We've been profitable all the way, but I feel there's probably a lot of waste we could eliminate. Normally, I'm the sales guy, not the savings guy. So I'm not sure how to get started, as well as how to make constant awareness of our bottom line an integral part of how we do business. We currently have a full time accountant who can get me any reports I need. Okay, so a quick win would be going through all of your expenses and cutting out any unnecessary expenses, that anything you can get rid of. I went through mine recently and found out that I had several subscriptions to apps and stuff that I wasn't even using. So I went through and I deleted all those. I've been able to save some money there just by eliminating that. But really, the quick wins to increase your bottom line profitability comes from the expense side of things. And if you can get an expense report from your accountant and then go through and really with a fine-tooth comb really figure out what can you get rid of, that will give you an immediate win. Then on top of that, if I were doing this, I would suggest either a weekly or a monthly meeting with the people involved who are spending money, and go over those financials with them, those expenses, doing some kind of a yearly review of those, or monthly or weekly, however you want to structure that. But a lot of times, employees or people who are just working for the business will just go and spend if they have the ability to do that, and they don't think about how it affects the bottom line. So if you're putting that right in their faces at a periodic rate, it will start to set in. Also, setting a budget would be really helpful to keep your expenses under control as well. So those are a few ideas on what you could do, and you've been doing really great. I've been watching, so keep up the good work, Gabs. Okay, my next question is from Robin Turpin. Time management. What time management system or process do you use and why? I want to be as productive as I can be, and I know there is software and good old-fashioned day planners. What are you using today to stay efficient and manage your time? Thanks so much. Hi, Robin. Good to see you here. I really wish I could say I have this mastered, but I don't. What I'm using and what seems to be working well, in addition to I have my I should have brought it in here, sorry, my goals planner, so I just write it out on I don't know, it's one of those books, the calendar books, and I write everything in there. And then on top of that, I really would be lost without my Outlook calendar and my Outlook to do list. I've used that to do list as a way to track things that will be coming due. As a matter of fact, just this morning, my ERISA bond for my 401k plan is from a period of 2019 to 2021, and I had not put a reminder in my task list that that will be coming due. And luckily, I had to look at it because it'll be coming due in September. So I just quickly set up my reminder for August so that I'm ahead of it, and set that reminder to renew that ERISA bond in August. And so I don't have to think about it again. It's going to come up in August, remind me to do it. I'll do it. I'll take care of it. And then I'm not, that particular situation, I'm not sure if that'll be a recurring thing. But for my weekly tasks or monthly tasks, the task list, you can actually set a recurrence. And so as soon as you mark that you've completed that task, it will put it to the next time it comes due. And I really, really like that. Because, getting rid of these, I don't know, I'm like a queen of sticky notes. So getting rid of sticky notes is really helpful to me. To eliminate those, they serve a great purpose at the time, but then you end up with a desk full of sticky notes. So I go through and set those up. Also, another thing I do is I'll set reminders on my phone, like alarm clock. And then also, I'm a big fan of time blocking. So if you know you need to get a certain thing done, then I use a kitchen timer. I'll set that timer to an hour, whatever, and just stay focused on getting that task done that I'm spending that time taking care of. And it seems to help. I recently gave that suggestion to a couple other people in our accountability group, and I'm hoping to hear good things back about that, but we'll see. So hopefully those help you. Let's see. And my last question is from Sarah Hamilton. And Sarah, I've been watching your story. I feel for you, girl. Definitely. She asked, how do I build loyalty with my team? The background is I own a female run and operated barbershop with male clients. And over the years, I've had countless barbers screw me over in all kinds of areas. The way they talk to me, the way they won't follow processes. They've quit on me, and I can't seem to find a solution. This industry is very unique, and I'm looking for any and all ideas to make sure that I'm being the right leader to keep people and grow. How do I know if I am the problem and I'm not doing my job right, or is it just people will be problem? People will be people. Sorry. Um, from what I've heard, the hair industry is very unique. Many of the stories I've heard about hairdressers, barbers, or whatnot, I think and I could be wrong, but I think they tend to assume they're like working for themselves. I'm not sure how your setup is set up. So are they actually employees or are they subcontractors? That's a big, that can be a big issue where they actually think they're their own boss. And so I'm wondering if that might be kind of a problem. Um, I would not automatically assume that you're not doing the right job. You've been in this group for a long time, and I know you know what you're doing, so I wouldn't necessarily put it back on you. But a few things you could do is have a contest every once in a while, and they win a really cool prize. Playing team games. I was telling somebody else, every 3 months, we do it quarterly. We have what's called IFS Day, and we get together and I provide lunch, and then we play games like team games. So mainly, the most fun one is Pictionary on teams. So you've got these two working together against each other, but it creates a lot of camaraderie, and they have a really good time. Well, I have all guys working for me, so they have a really good time making fun of each other and whatnot. Um, Also, like things, simple things like handwritten birthday cards for their birthdays, um, regarding them not using your processes or whatever. Um, Again, I would go back to these video training tutorials, because having them watch videos seems to be so much better than having them read a standard operating process manual and stuff. So, and then also, if you know that they've watched these videos and this is what they're supposed to do, then you have to hold them accountable. It could be that the whole talking, talking with you in a certain way, um, if that's in your employee manual, that can be insubordination. And so, um, I I'm a big fan of writing people up, and I often tell people, disciplinary processes are not meant to be a penalty. Um, Discipline comes from the root word disciple, and disciple means to teach. And I often will relay that, especially when I'm writing somebody up. I'm letting them know that I'm not just penalizing you, I'm actually trying to teach you. This is a way to teach you how to do it right. Or how to follow the rules and whatnot. Um, but those are a few little things that might help with building that kind of loyalty. People like to get stuff for free. So, tumbler cups, bag, like a messenger bag that's got your logo on it or something. You could, I don't know, go crazy and have like a raffle. People could buy raffle tickets and you could raffle off like a big screen TV or something. They're relatively inexpensive now. At Costco, they're like $500 for a big TV. But or actually, you could do that with high end grooming supplies like the cutters, the shavers, whatever people are oohing and awing about. That would be a good way for them to see you in a different light, that you're more like behind them and trying to lift them up as a team. So hopefully that will help you. I know you have a lot of challenges, but you are strong and you will get through all this. I love reading your stories. So, anyway, I hope y'all are having a very happy St. Patrick's Day. I have to go to a wedding pretty soon, which is odd. Who has a wedding on a Wednesday in the middle of the week? One of my technicians, that's who. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great month until the next live session. Feel free to send message or questions anytime you want to. And hey, Lloyd, I see you here. Kimberly, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Sean. Thanks for having me here. I love that. Yes, the disciple thing is a really great way to spin it around and make it look like a positive instead of a negative. So anyway, you guys all have a great day. We'll see you soon.